Very good morning to everyone. Our team, by the way, traveled to Nigeria with Victor Osimhen, who was coming from Turkey, and they're asking who is this guy. I'm sending the photos. And Victor and our Georgian player in Napoli, they made a big story between Nigeria and Georgia, but I'm very proud and very happy to be back home. After so emotional speech of dear Honorable Minister, I really almost cried, like she, because the world needs such kind of ministers, such kind of people, such kind of patriots. I know that, and I'm sure that, dear sister, I would say that you will reach much more you are thinking, and we are crying here. Your tears will return you big happiness, and this was the tears of happiness, and this we will see in numbers. Coming people here like me. This is my 5th time coming to Nigeria, and I want to encourage everyone to come at least minimum 5 times to Nigeria, because Nigeria is huge. Nigeria has everything, including oil, by the way. Oil is the last, if we see, and if you know the country. The first is people. And everything what tourism needs, it's here in this beautiful country. Music, Nollywood. Many people, they don't know what is Nollywood. They know Bollywood, but they don't know Nollywood. And music and football and food. I don't want to argue. I don't know where jollof rice is coming from, but and many others. Nature, culture. I don't know, everything. The geographical closest with the Europe, with Americas. People think that Africa is far from Americas, but not. It's the closest point maybe to reach the New York from Nigerian connectivity and visa and everything we will talk during today's session. But first of all, of course, I want to acknowledge and express my many thanks to His Excellency, President of the country, His Excellency Bola Tinubu. Without his support, it was impossible. And dear Vice President, thank you. For us, it's an only honor and big honor to have you with us. It means that Nigeria is going and supporting tourism and put on the top priority, like it did many oil producer countries 10, 15 years ago. And there are many examples how to transform oil in humanity, in tourism, to attract people, to show, and that's why she was crying. She knows how big the asset you have in this country, but many people, they don't know. And we will make this story successful. Again, I want to thank, and I will make very short story. Maybe it's not interesting, but for me it's an honor that when I was elected 7 years ago, the main competitor against me was a candidate from Zimbabwe. So we fight it a lot. And then there was one gentleman who stopped everyone. It was a big drama. I didn't know him. I never met him. And this gentleman was Lai Mohammed. I was surprised. In China. And then when I was appointed, the first conference was here, the CAF, the African ministerial meeting. Sorry to everyone, all ministers are my friend, but one of my best ministers, minister from Zimbabwe, Barbara, she's here, by the way. So, and then from that moment, I was committed, and I mentioned that I will do everything, and I owe to Africa to do everything. And what is everything? Everything is here. Education, innovation, creative industry conference, all first conferences we did in Nigeria, all. I remember that we've been first, and it never will repeat, the first creative industry and tourism conference we made in National Theatre. It was under construction in Lagos. And it's a history, and I'm very proud and very happy to be part of this history. Let me talk a little bit more about Africa. Africa is, and it was mentioned in the song, I believe that future of Africa is in tourism. And all of us, we agreed, and we started 7 years ago, and we mentioned 10 priorities, what we have to do to improve and to develop tourism in Africa, because it has no limits. the opportunities, and that's why we are supporting and fostering investments, education, and please count on our full support. We are next to you. We can do a lot of things. We did a lot of things, I think so. And let's continue this, and to being on this train which will never stop. Because there are many things to do together, as I mentioned this morning, and we are here to work. We are here for friendship, we are here for love, for peace, and I'm sure that together we can make history and really interesting story about African tourism. I want to thank to all ministers, deputy ministers who especially came for this very important meeting, because united, we can do a lot of things. If we want to go far, we have to be united. This is very clear, and to learn from each other and support to each other and to express our solidarity. So that's why I think this meeting is very important. Let's talk, let's discuss, let's argue sometimes about food and make Africa nice showcase for everyone, and it is already. Connectivity is a challenge. Visa, I kindly ask dear Vice President, let's make a history of visas, and we don't need visa to come to Nigeria. Maybe sometimes governments, we and you don't think about that point, but we can easily do it. We have a lot of examples, and we are quite strong to analyze and to change a lot in visa strategy. For example, I remember 7 years ago, I was participating personally in our organization in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which was one of the closest country in the world. You could not travel there. And we made it, and today they have more than 50 or 60 million visitors per year, which depended on the visa regime, which was open, and I think Nigeria has to open and Africa has to open, and it's open its doors and make more accessible coming here. And I have one more request to Minister of Finance. Please, at least triple the budget of Minister of Nigeria, Tourism of Nigeria. Half joke, half reality, please. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. Welcome to Nigeria, and come back again at minimum 5 times.